Hallo und willkommen zurück. Tatsächlich bin ich hier hingegangen, weil, ja, da hinten bei der Leiche lag doch noch unser Loot. Und dann kam ich nicht mehr zurück. Und ich weiß, wir müssen uns nachher noch die Story anhören von dem einen Dude. Oh, guck mal, hier ist auch eine Statue. Perfekt. Mal gleich gucken. Kleidung. Wartet. Einmal. Boah. Gut sehen wir aus. So, einmal der Vaseline aktivieren. Verbesserung. Wir machen, dass wir mal mehr Stärke reinhauen. Ich weiß gar nicht, was das Max-Level hiervon ist. Bei dem Ganzen. Und nochmal eine Story. Ein Rücktritt schreiben. Eure Majestät, da es offenkundig ist, dass ich eure Vertrauen verloren habe und ihr zögert, mich abzuberufen, bitte ich euch, mich von meiner Pflicht als Minister zu entbinden. Ich hoffe aufrichtig, dass mein Nachfolger eurer Untertanen Wohlstand bescheren wird. Die Frucht pflichtbewusst Dienste. Ich verbleibe eure Scheine ergebenen Diener. Jacques Snacker. Ja. Den haben wir das letzte Mal noch getalkt. Ah, so komme ich auch zurück. Ja. Wie cool. Ja, wir müssen mehrere Dinge angehen. Wenn wir eh schon hier sind, dann kann ich die auch gleich das eine klären. Und auf dem Weg zurück machen wir nachher noch das eine. Die Reiter finden. Ein einziger ist entkommen. Ich befehle Ihnen, sich nach Saint-Toulouse zu begeben. Die 4 Wegstunden südöstlich von Mühlhausen. Es ist Ihnen und Ihren Männern verboten, mit den Passagieren zu sprechen. Sie werden in der Ulane von Hauptmannhäusern anvertraut, die im Gaste des Pastrons auf Sie warten. Okay. Bronzebahn und Gusseisen noch gefunden. War das letzte Mal hier auch schon offen? Nee, ne? So, lasst mal nach da vorne gehen. Also wir werden hier gleich hinporten. Vielleicht mal hier einen Cut oder so. Aber wir werden einmal kurz nochmal zurück. Yeah. Boah, ey, wo war denn das? Luxemburg, glaube ich, ne? Ich glaube, da ist unser Hauptquartier. Glaube ich. Vergesst das, wir haben echt viel noch aufzusuchen, ne? Ich dachte, wir nähern uns so langsam mal dem Ende. Aber nein, scheinbar nicht. Ja. Hab gerade auch mal einen Abwasch gemacht, kurz nachdem ich jetzt gerade ein Video hochgeladen habe und all das. Also, ganz entspannt. Und jetzt demnächst fange ich auch wieder an zu arbeiten bald. Also muss ich mal gucken, wie ich es mache. Dann werde ich nochmal Banner und Co. arbeiten, weil ich möchte ja endlich meinen VTuber-Nodel nutzen. Das Ding ist einfach, dass meine PC-Leistung echt schlimm ist. Kann man, glaube ich, so sagen. Ich hoffe, das hat sich jetzt hier nichts geändert, weil ich weggegangen bin vorhin. Lafayette.
Eh bien, Aegis, did you make sure my men managed to collect the cargo?
No, I haven't gone there yet.
Et alors, what are you waiting for? This is a matter of the utmost importance. The exchange
Chill
was to take
mal,
place
ey.
near the Église du Gros Caillou, the town next to Les Invalides.
Ey, wie die alle
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
einen schon auf den Sack gehen, ne? Ups.
Aegis, a word.
Ja, ich weiß, du wolltest mit mir sprechen.
Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, we are very pleased to see you again. It was very unwise of us to leave the Société without such a capable bodyguard as yourself. It is a miracle that we got here safely.
Haben wir das schon gesprochen? Ich glaube, das hatten wir in der einen Folge.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
No, monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massiac, just west of Les Halles. It counts some of the wealthiest plantation owners in the empire. Those from Saint-Domingue and the Petite Santé are most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going, and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money.
Na, die werden wir
Their greed
umbringen.
is matched only by their cruelty.
Vermutlich sind die alle tot.
Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre to settle some business with the Admiralty, when I overheard a conversation between two planters from Bastère. If they are to be believed, the Club de Massiac is plotting to create sleepless slaves, des esclaves sans sommeil. Those were their exact words. It's hard to say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night without rest.
Fuck?
Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell.
Geht gar nicht.
we must
Allgemein
look into
geht das
this.
nicht.
It is a matter of great urgency.
You speak of greed, Monsieur Raymond. But could you enlighten us as to what makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood, I would be condemning them to the most abject misery. No. I must act with both compassion and realism.
Any reform, revolutionary or not, must be taken step by step, with moderation and prudence.
This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing.
Was haben wir hier
Don't you
losgetreten?
see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you. Now is no time to quarrel. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying.
Ja, ist
We must find
definitiv.
out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as quickly as possible. Aegis, you are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the
Warum
Hotel
muss
de
ich da
Massiac
überall hin?
alive.
Warum muss ich da überall eigentlich hin? Geht schon wieder hier alles nicht, oder was? Jetzt. Das war aber ein Gespräch. Hat gesessen. Haben wir noch was zu bereden?
My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to leave our shelter at Place Saint-Méry. The path that led us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix, Aegis.
Ich glaube, das letzte Mal oder vorletzte Mal, irgendwann war das so im Zeitraum, haben wir das schon mal besprochen gehabt. Was wollen die noch mal irgendwas sagen?
Monsieur Bailly.
Ah, mademoiselle. I am very pleased to find you here with us within the shelter of these walls.
I found a document written in a script that I was unable to read.
Let me see. Ah, je vois. These pages were written using some sort of shorthand. A variation on Taylor's system, no doubt. I'm wont to use it myself from time to time while jotting down my ideas as they come.
What does it say?
It's a bit difficult to decipher. Je crois. I believe it's an autopsy report. The author writes that the subject died from a large dose of prussic acid.
What is prussic acid?
My apologies, Aegis, but I'm no chemist. You should ask Monsieur Lavoisier.
Monsieur Lavier.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Monsieur
Gottes
Bailly.
Willen.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
What is prussic acid?
It's a volatile compound extracted from Prussian blue, which is a pigment derived from the cochineal, an insect.
What does it do?
Oh, it's a lethal poison of the most dangerous sort. though at weaker doses it merely induces a deep soporific state, or a coma, if you will.
A deadly poison.
Aegis? Is everything all right?
How do you intend to counter the king's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals.
Tut mir so leid, dass es wieder so eine Talk-Story ist hier.
For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsanji has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently.
Ja, bevor Paris Bumm macht, ne?
We must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations, and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even
Oh Leute,
begun.
chillt doch
I will
mal
go to the
alle.
warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with it.
Ja.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Boah, da haben wir viel. Oh, wir haben echt viel zu tun.
Eh bien. Do you come bearing news from Monsieur Marat?
No, not yet.
I have it on good authority that he is in the quarries in Montmartre. He's the only person who could show you a way to reach the Bastille. Don't forget.
Ja, ich versuch's.
Is your plan to arm the populace going as planned?
Oh, far from it, madame. The situation is hopeless. Even if they were armed and formed into battalions, the Patriots would not be able to fight.
Why is that?
Most of the strategic points in the city are inaccessible. A strange illness strikes all who try. They are seized by an irrational fear, one so great that those who do not lose consciousness go mad or perish on the spot. This makes it impossible to do anything. Any attempt at an uprising is a fool's errand.
The locations you mentioned share a common feature. A statue holding a lantern.
That's right. From what little I could make out, they appear to be depictions of a Vestal Virgin watching over the sacred fire.
Une lanterne des morts.
What do you mean, monsieur?
Lanterns of the dead. Ancient stone pillars that are found near some cemeteries. Our ancestors kept a fire going on top of them. Today, no one knows what they were used for. A symbol of light triumphing over darkness, perhaps? Others claim that human bones, mercury and lime, were burnt there. Some odious sorcery that was meant to entrap the tormented souls that wandered around the burial grounds.
That makes sense and confirms my observations. I'm now certain that the king's lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been cast into purgatory. And that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion, without needing a key to wind them.
Pater noster qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum.
Now that I think about it, madame, you obviously are not subject to the harmful effects of these lanterns.
No, au contraire. When activated, these statues reveal an apparatus that allows me to repair myself.
It follows that if you destroy these lanterns, the people will be free to fight again.
Unfortunately, they are preternaturally strong. Nothing can so much as damage them.
Come now, no metal is indestructible. If we knew what these lanterns were made of, perhaps I could find a way to destroy them.
Take a look at this ledger, Monsieur Lavoisier. It contains a list of metals. I found it by the factories, near Vaucanson's workshop.
Let's see. Steel, molybdenum, very good. Tiens, donc, tungsten and zirconium. This master blacksmith knows his trade. These metals can be used to make the strongest alloy imaginable, as long as you have a fortune to invest.
For that, our clockwork tyrant knows no bounds.
Well, Monsieur Lavoisier, is there any way to break this alloy?
Break it? Certainly not. But a mineral acid could change its structure. Melt it, perhaps. I would recommend sulfuric acid, or vitriol, if you prefer to use its common name.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked.
Gott, Leute, Alter, die reden echt 20 Minuten hier.
You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances.
Ich krieg auch nur Aufgaben ohne Aufgaben. Soll ich auch noch meine eigenen Spawn-Punkte kaputt machen? Wollt ihr mir irgendwie alle bepöppeln, irgendwie heute? Hallo, ich will mit dir nochmal reden. Ja, dann oder auch nicht. Oh Gott,
Monsieur de Mirabeau. Minister Necker claims that you are a familiar face at the Tuileries Palace.
That old story. Will it hound me until I have drawn my last breath? This, madame, is nothing but an unfounded rumor that I am trying in vain to dispel. To what do I owe the displeasure of having to defend myself once again?
I must get hold of some documents that are kept in an armored safe in the king's chambers.
What lock could resist your talents?
Minister Necker said it was indestructible.
Oh, I see. Well, let me think. Who could help you? After all, a lock is nothing more than a simple mechanism. Nothing that can resist the expertise of our dear Monsieur Bailly. Why don't you ask him for help?
I'll be sure to do so.
Now, who else might be of use? Oh, there's Monsieur Lavoisier as well, our gunpowder commissioner. I'm sure he'll have no trouble finding you something you can use to blow the door off that stubborn safe.
Good. I will go and find him.
Gott, Leute, wie viel soll ich noch reden?
I have an urgent matter to attend to.
Ich muss dich noch was fragen.
For everything.
In that case, it has been a pleasure, madam.
Du stehst hier nur rum. Jetzt ist der weggegangen. Ich werde hier heute noch verrückt, ey. So viel. Wie viele Missions wollen die mir geben? Jetzt spricht der Typ auch nicht mehr mit mir, ne? Ja, dann sprechen wir nochmal mit dir.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
I would like to access the contents of a safe that is supposedly unbreakable. Dare I ask for your help, Monsieur Lavoisier?
And how can I be of assistance to you, madame?
I need gunpowder to break through the door.
Gunpowder? But I don't have a speck of it, mon ami. Do you think I just walk around with explosives in my pockets?
Oh. I apologize. It was Monsieur de Mirabeau's idea.
Mirabeau? What is this ridiculousness? I suspect he knows full well whatever he's playing at. Where is the animal? So we can ask him what's truly going on.
He has left. He had an urgent matter to attend to.
Eh bien, I'm sorry, madame. If I could inspect the safe and determine what metal was used in its fabrication, I might be able to find a solution. But given the circumstances, I'm sadly not in a position to help you.
I understand. Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at
Okay,
L'Arsenal
alles
was
im
ransacked.
Labor.
I can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Boah, Leute, ey, die reden seit fast 20 Minuten hier. Oh Gott.
How was your search at the Vaucansons' home?
I found this penknife there. I was struck with a vision as soon as I picked it up. I saw Mademoiselle de Vaucanson running from the Comte de Cagliostro. This letter refers to a hiding place where she often sought refuge. It's in the Jardin du Luxembourg.
I know the place. One day, Eugène and I were walking in the Luxembourg gardens when suddenly Athénaïs jumped out from our hiding place like a wild animal. It was a startling, almost frightening sight. The spot is on the edge of the garden, hidden by vegetation between two statues.
I'm looking for a way to force a lock that is supposed to be unbreakable. Monsieur de Mirabeau advised me to ask you for help.
But I'm an astronomer, mon enfant, not a locksmith. I know my way around lenses, filters, racks, and tripods. But I've never given a moment's thought to how a lock works. God, Monsieur de Mirabeau was joking with you, that's all. Où est-il, ce brave homme? So that we might ask him.
He has left. A matter that could not wait.
Excuse me? Do you mean he left the convent? That's madness. What was so important that he would put himself in such danger?
Intriguing indeed.
Ich sag, der Typ verrät uns. 100 Pro.
Have you located Adonais' hiding place?
Nein, ich war da noch nicht. Ich möchte erst was anderes noch klären.
Remember, it's on the edge of the garden, between two statues, hidden amongst the
Am
plants.
Rande des Gartens. Hallo?
Would you happen to know where I could find some vitriol?
Sulfuric acid? Of course. Combined with sea salt and green copperas, we use it to polish the lenses of our telescopes. But I don't know how much we have. You would need to go to the Louvre and take a look at the observatory's storeroom to find out.
If you will allow me to.
Yes, madame. Here is the key.
Monsieur Spadys Lagerraum. Okay. Gott, wie viele Dinger solchen. Redest du jetzt nochmal mit mir? Der will mich mit mir reden. Der hatte vorhin noch irgendwas offen.
Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
Your wife. I am not done investigating yet.
De Grasse, I beg you to search harder. I beg you not to give up. Remember, the last time I saw her, we were in the Église Sainte-Marie on Rue de Bourgogne. It's in the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides.
Boah, Alter, woher soll ich denn das alles wissen, wo wer hier wo ist, ey?
Eh bien, Aegis, did you make sure my man...
Nein, hab ich noch nicht.
No.
Et alors?
Ja, ist okay.
Goodbye, Miss.
Blub, 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 blub. So. Mit wem müssen wir hier nochmal
Has
reden?
anyone seen Monsieur de Mirabeau? Aegis, I'd like to talk to you about my research. Do you have a few moments to spare for me?
Certainly,
Ja, wir hören uns
Monica.
alles einmal an.
I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions here. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered how the royal automats remain constantly in motion, like clocks that never need winding. They get their energy from the souls of the dead, Aegis. They drink from the anima essence that permeates the purgatory described by Monseigneur de la Fare. These machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
Is there any way to stop the bloodshed, mon père?
I believe there is always hope, Aegis. As long as I remain free to pursue my research, I will never lose faith. I keep thinking about the three Nemes. These echoes. All of this is clearly related to Nicholas Flamel's work.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami. And this leads me to fear the worst.
Oh, Alter, ihr
What are
redet
we
jetzt
to
alle
fear
noch
from
mal.
an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago?
Not him, per se. Rather, the heretic who is exploiting his discoveries. This poses a grave danger to us all.
What do you fear, mon père?
What do I fear? Nearly 2 months ago, the king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, near the Hôtel de Ville. He had the priests forcibly removed. They hardly even had time to save the church's sacred relics. Since then, only our Father in heaven knows what they've been doing there, hidden away from the people of Paris.
Oh dear. Flamel's tomb.
My thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with his lapis philosophorum.
What is the lapis philosophorum, mon père?
The Philosopher's Stone. Where do I begin? No one knows its true nature, or even what it might look like. All that is known is that it is said to grant untold riches and eternal life to whoever possesses it. Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what sinister purpose the king and his accomplices might find for it.
Boah,
We
da
must
reden so
elucidate
viel.
this matter at any cost.
Where is this tomb?
Wo ist
In
die
the church's
Grabstätte?
crypt. The priests always ensured that it remained undisturbed, despite the mystery surrounding it. But now they're no longer there to protect it. We need to know for certain.
But how? There are automats.
Er gibt mir den
everywhere.
Schlüssel, ich gehe da schon nach. Ja, ich mache alles. Ich bin eh für alles zuständig.
Did you not say that it was impossible to enter the church?
There is perhaps a solution. The penitence door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year I had the honor and good fortune to lead the procession. Here is the key.
Ah, danke, Alter. Aber wie viele Missions haben wir denn jetzt hier gekriegt gerade? Ey, Leute.
Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Okay, der will nichts mehr. Willst du noch was?
Did you go to the...
No.
Remember,
Ich hatte das, ich glaube, das hatten wir das letzte Mal, deswegen lasse ich das mal. Ich bin mir nicht sicher gerade, 100%. Aber ich talk nochmal hier. Haben wir jetzt alles. Okay. So, Leute, wir haben mega viel zu tun. Ich mache einmal einen kleinen Cut. Und es werden vermutlich dann 2, 3 Folgen an einen Tag kommen. Weil das ist mega viel Story gerade gewesen, die mir um den Kopf geschmissen worden ist. An Informationsinput. Also dann sehen wir uns gleich in der nächsten Folge wieder.